Oh hey, welcome to Talking the Talk with Megan. We interviewed a few journalism students and talked about their past internships, what they learned, and where they see themselves going in the journalism field. Stay tuned.
I'm Dana. I'm a senior, so class of 2019, and I'm a communications major with a concentration in journalism and public relations. I have completed one internship this past summer. It was at the Interview Counseling Center in Rhode Island. I was the creative writing and social media intern.
I'm fall journalism senior, and right now I'm interning at Tufts Medical Center in Boston in their marketing and communications department.
I'm James Macy. I'm a senior. I'm a sports communication and journalism major. So I had two internships. My first internship was with Turley Publications. It was a newspaper based out of Western Massachusetts where I covered sports and general news. And I also had an ongoing internship with persources.com where I write opinionated pieces and do a lot of editing and writing content for them as well.
My name's Emily Shalosky. I'm a senior communications major with a concentration in journalism. My internship this year was at the Best Seats VIP. Brandon Gilson started it and he's an alumni of Lasell. My role was building a blog pretty much from the ground up for him, managing press releases, and going on interviews with him.
So at the Interview Counseling Center, I would work on their social media campaigns. I created my original post using a photo manipulation software, which is something I was completely new at, so I actually was able to learn a lot from that. I also used my experience in class and at the 1851 Chronicle to create web exclusive videos to market the Interview Counseling Center and all the clinicians there. And I also wrote original blog posts for their website as well.
So at Turley Publications, I actually got to interview a high school classmate of mine who went pro. He went to the Baltimore Orioles, and I interviewed him over the phone for 2 hours, and we met in person for an hour. We discussed about his injury, his life off and on the field and everything, and it was honestly the best experience of my life as an intern.
I had a chance to interview our newly appointed CEO for a story on him, so that was great. I do write stories for the intranet, which is pretty exciting as well because I get to interview a lot of people. They have a very specific format, which helps me evolve as a writer. And yeah, it's been great so far.
I feel like everything I've learned in journalism classes I've pretty much applied in my internship, kind of how to structure a story, depending on which kind of story it is. Just my writing skills in general, editing, all that kind of fun stuff.
Junior year, I took a directed study with Marie Franklin, a journalism professor at Lasell, and she really taught me the basics of creating web exclusive videos, really honing my interview skills, and this was something that I was able to apply to my internship over the summer.
Every class with Marie Franklin, that really paid off for me as far as the 5 W's. She installed it in my head, and I've used it in even my opinionated writing. I've used it everywhere I turned, everywhere I looked.
No, I don't think there were any classes that specifically prepared me for that kind of job.
I would say one of the most important things I learned from my internship over the summer was connecting with people and meeting them on a level where you both feel comfortable. I had never had any experience with the mental health field, so I was bridging the gap between something I didn't really know about and the field of communications.
The biggest thing I took from my internships is always being on your feet, always being prepared to meet that deadline. Especially with Turley Publications, I've taken on 4 stories that were due in 1 week. And it was just non-stop work, and I loved every minute. I loved the rush of it and everything.
I think I learned a lot from the Best Seats VIP, but the most important thing I learned was how to network and communicate with people. I don't think that's something I could have learned in the classroom. I'm actually sticking with this internship next semester. He asked me to stay on board, so I gladly accepted.
I want to move toward more website content instead of print content, just because I feel like a lot more viewers are online than they are in print. Honestly, I see journalism being completely overrun by online content. Print could die.
I think I see myself in journalism. I kind of want to do broadcasting, but I hope to stay in journalism. I know it's a competitive field.
I feel like I want to start off in PR and then come back to journalism as a well-established professional, so I could bring something there.
If journalism isn't something that I stick with, the courses that I've taken at Lasell will definitely help me to be successful in any of the aspects of the umbrella that is communications. Whether that's PR, journalism, marketing, advertising, I feel that I've become pretty well versed because of the courses at Lasell.